Laughter echoed off the sterile white walls of the Willow Creek precinct, as if it belonged there, a fixture of the space. Officer Jacob Riley leaned back in his chair, arms folded, a crooked grin slicing his face as he glanced at the boy in the corner. "Your dad's a decorated SEAL commander?" "Sure, kid. And my cousin's Captain America." The room chuckled, not because it was funny, but because it was easier. Easier to mock than to listen. Easier to laugh than to meet a 17-year-old black boy's eyes and admit they might be wrong. Tears burned silent trails down Jaden Harris's cheeks. He clenched his fists, not in defiance, but in restraint. He wasn't angry, not yet. He was devastated, embarrassed, confused, and terrified. The uniformed officers, cold handcuffs, and dismissive stares screamed he didn't belong. But they didn't know Commander Marcus Harris, a Tier 1 SEAL who'd led rescue missions in zones most couldn't locate on a map, was already en route. And when he arrived, Jacob's smirk would vanish first. The Cedar Vale Galleria wasn't just a mall, it was a symbol. Marble floors, crystal chandeliers, storefronts gleaming with wealth East Willow only saw in films. Jaden had never been there before, not really. Today wasn't about him. It was about his dad. His Aunt Lila had saved for 3 months, skipping dinners, patching old shoes, clipping coupons with precision, all to buy Marcus a birthday gift. A leather wallet not for its price, but because it was functional, sleek, strong like him. As they headed for the exit, gift bag in hand, the world shifted. "Stop right there." A security guard's voice cut like a blade, tall, white, imposing. Behind him, the Wilsons, Mr. Wilson, country club posture, Mrs. Wilson, clutching pearls like they were under siege, and their son, Tanner, eyes down, lips sealed. "He took my son's wallet," Mr. Wilson declared, loud enough to turn heads. "We saw him put it in his bag." Jaden blinked. "What?" "No, sir, I didn't." "Empty the bag," the guard ordered. Lila stepped forward, furious. "Hold on, we bought that wallet, ma'am. Step back." Officer Jacob arrived 15 minutes later, cruiser lights flashing, swagger unmistakable. He barely glanced at Lila, ignored Jaden, and listened to the Wilsons. When the bag revealed only the purchased gift, Jacob didn't pause. He could have ditched it, he shrugged. Passed it to someone else. "Call my dad," Jaden whispered, voice cracking. "Please call my dad. He'll explain." Jacob smirked. "And who's your father?" Jaden lifted his chin. "Commander Marcus Harris, Navy SEAL, Tier 1 operations." The room stilled, then erupted in mocking laughter. "Right," Jacob said. "And I'm Chris Hemsworth." Fairy tale's over. He slapped cuffs on Jaden's wrists, child-sized, he noted with a snide jab. Jaden locked eyes with Tanner, pale with something like guilt. "I didn't take anything," Jaden said. "To no one, to everyone." Lila was already dialing. At the Pentagon, in a war room thick with tension, Commander Marcus Harris sat amid maps and murmured intelligence. His phone kept buzzing, 3 missed calls, then a text. "Jaden arrested. Mall. Accused of theft. Officer laughed when he mentioned you. He needs you." The world slowed. His breath caught. He stood, excused himself, and stepped into the corridor. No further details were needed. He'd seen this abroad, yes, but worse here at home. He'd fought for a flag that didn't always fight for his son. The Willow Creek precinct hummed with late-afternoon routine when the front doors opened with precision. Commander Marcus Harris entered, not in camouflage, but full ceremonial dress, medals polished, uniform immaculate, a presence demanding silence. Jacob's chuckle died mid-sentence. He froze. Captain Ellis, the ranking officer, stepped out, face shifting from confusion to recognition. "Commander Harris," Ellis said, extending a hand. "I didn't realize you have my son in custody," Marcus cut in. Ellis blinked. "We had a report." "I've reviewed no report," Marcus said, voice calm but lethal. "I'd like to see the footage." Now. In Ellis's office, Jaden sat, hands cuffed, Lila nearby, arms crossed. Jacob leaned against the wall, defensive. The footage rolled. Jaden with the gift bag, no contact with the Wilsons. Then Tanner, fumbling his back pocket, dropping his own wallet, whispering to Mr. Wilson, gesturing toward Jaden. Marcus didn't flinch. Jacob shifted uncomfortably. Ellis paused the video. "We made a mistake," he admitted. "No," Marcus corrected. "You made an assumption and enforced it like fact." Jacob spoke too fast. "They were credible. The family, the witnesses, you didn't question them," Marcus said. "You didn't question yourself." The Wilsons were summoned, arriving indignant. Mr. Wilson began, "We have places to be, Captain. Has the wallet been found?" The footage played. Silence. Mrs. Wilson gasped. Tanner crumbled. "I dropped it," he confessed, voice shaking. Mrs. Wilson paled. Mr. Wilson looked away. Ellis's voice was iron. "You accused a young man of theft. That led to an unlawful arrest, humiliation, and trauma." He turned to Jacob. "You made the arrest." Jacob stayed silent. Marcus spoke. "This is bigger than one mistake. It's a system that punishes black children before evidence." Ellis nodded. "There will be disciplinary action. And more." In the weeks that followed, Jacob was reassigned, not fired, but placed in mandatory retraining, cultural sensitivity, bias recognition, community immersion. It wasn't punishment, it was education, non-negotiable. Commander Harris helped develop new protocols, not for vengeance, but to prevent recurrence. 6 months later, Jacob stood in a classroom, plain clothes, listening to Marcus explain the ODA loop: observe, orient, decide, act, a military framework that applied to policing more than anyone admitted. "Your orientation," Marcus said, "is where bias lives. If you don't examine it, it decides for you." Jacob took notes, asked questions, changed. Jaden healed slowly, attending one of Marcus's sessions, sitting in the back. Jacob noticed him. Afterward, he approached nervously. "I'd like to apologize," Jacob said. "I failed you. I didn't listen. I judged. I'm sorry, for real." Jaden nodded. "Thank you," he said, then added, "I hope you keep getting better." 1 year later, Jaden Harris stood at a Willow Creek community ceremony, Commander Marcus Harris beside him, Jacob Riley nearby, now respected, reformed. Deputy Chief Ellis introduced them together, calling them proof that conflict, paired with accountability, can spark real change. A photograph in the next day's paper showed 3 men, a boy wrongly accused, a father who defended, a cop who learned. No smiles, just understanding, truth, and something close to justice.